Ready. Play.
Medvedev and Kachanov, because if neither of you two caught any of this, then you really missed out on what was a really... I don't even know the words to describe it. It was very odd, but was very entertaining. Brenda, did you get any of this one?
Yeah, I mean, I was in and out of the match because, I thought the first set was a wash. And then obviously Hachinov comes all the way back. I mean, just to lose the set. But I just think it's like a tales all the time in terms of these guys knowing each other so well. Kind of in terms of how their play style. But Medvedev honestly surprised me. You just talk about such a physical match and both players, knowing each other so well in terms of expectations. You feel like it could have gone either way. I honestly, was leaning more on Karen's side going into the match, just from a clay perspective. But Medvedev ebbs and flows, but ultimately, he handled it well. And obviously, we've been talking about the last however months about his lack of comfort and how he expresses that in terms of being on the clay, but he doesn't look too bad, and obviously a crazy roller coaster of a match.
Yeah, I mean, bloody mess as usual with Medvedev and Clay. I personally didn't watch a point because I was like, I'm not too invested in that. Hachanov obviously beat him in Monte Carlo last year. Probably the better clay quarter generally, but good for Daniil to push through. It's kind of like this year, when he has good conditions for his game, he's actually less likely to succeed. Like, just kind of digs deeper when things are against him, the same way he did in Indian Wells, really. So maybe that's a factor. I heard that the balls are also better for him, the ones that they're using here, than, I don't know, Miami, for example. So that could be another thing. But yeah, I mean, that's probably not the first roller coaster he's played this week. And, not the last roller coaster he's played this week. So yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say about that, I suppose. Indeed, they know each other so well, and they're obviously friends. And as Matthew says, they've been playing against each other since they were kids. So these matches also tend to be a little bit more tight generally, right? If you know the opponent so well, and there's basically no surprises.
So you said you didn't watch all of this because you hate watching Medvedev on clay. Is that what you said?
I basically said that I just had other matches I wanted to watch more at the same time. I wouldn't say I hate watching Medvedev on clay, but if there's like 5 tournaments at the same time, it's unlikely that a Medvedev Khachanov match will be, like, any surface will be one that I'm choosing to watch.
Is that because you're watching a Sarasota Challenger?
For example, although I think at the time probably that would have been like just barely starting.
Yeah, so Medvedev does come through just about. I couldn't really in the third set. I mean, he was 4-2 up in the third, and then Kachanov broke again. I mean, it was just a really strange match to watch, to be honest. Neither one looked like they actually wanted to win the match, to be honest. But Medvedev will play Muller in round 2. Muller also played today against Ugo Carabelli. I personally didn't get any of this one because I can't remember why I didn't watch this, but it just didn't catch my eye in general. But any thoughts, Damien?
Yeah, not really. Ugo Carabelli had a nice win in qualies against Medvedev, but yeah, I didn't turn into this one. Maybe I didn't tune into this one. Maybe if it went a bit closer, but yeah, of course, Miller, pretty good form this year. Had a pretty bad showing in Marrakesh in the quarterfinals, but that's still a quarterfinal, so that's not gonna be horrible. And Medvedev Muller should be another big battle, and I'm expecting a fellow roller coaster, really.
Yeah, Muller Medvedev. It's interesting, as Damien said. I think it'll be a bit of a slog again. For Medvedev, I can see him somehow not winning this match. I'm still leaning Medvedev, but it wouldn't be a surprise to me if Muller won like 5 and 6, 2 close sets, and it kind of just slips away from Medvedev, which kind of seems to be the way his matches run at the moment. Either it's a huge slog or it's a tight 2-setter that goes his opponent's way. What about you, Brenner?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I don't have much expectation. I mean, the Mueller backhand obviously is the weapon there. So, we'll see if he can, get on the front foot at all. But Medvedev's going to try and make it as physical as possible. So I think we're gonna look at a huge battle in that case. And yeah, obviously the cramping and the body will obviously need a lot of work and rest. Does he have a day?
Yeah, he does.
I actually
Yeah,
didn't
well,
check the schedule, but I know from a Jose
Wednesday.
Morgado tweet that he does.
All right,
Well,
there you
if
go.
Jose is
Yeah.
right, then he does. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was basically specifically said about him having a day off. Haven't really checked the schedule myself, to be honest, since it's the event is a bit too big for me, but that's fine. Yeah, Medvedev Muller, 2 days time. That's good for Daniil, but it's still going to be a slog.
It's something that Damien isn't booking. It's not in the calendar for Damien.
Yeah.
Watching Medvedev.
The qualifying was, but now
I've
but
no
at
doubt.
least it's still like Vacheron is playing tomorrow, so okay, I still have a few guys, I guess.
Okay, so that's Damien's plan for tomorrow.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.